Welcome back to the channel. This is my 54 Envoy. Doesn't really look like an Envoy anymore. This is my 54 3100 pickup sitting on a 2006 Envoy chassis. In this episode, we're putting it on airbags. Look what finally came in. Got my air shocks, air struts, and airbags, all the brackets for the rear. So, I'll probably end up ripping these fenders off. They're only held in with one bolt or whatever. And then we'll rip the struts out of it. And we'll see how all these things fit. I got the first side out. I was actually struggling a bit. I didn't realize that this is a cone shape and that you're supposed to use a pitman arm puller. And obviously I don't have that at home. I have very limited tools here. Most of my tools I bring home from work. But big enough hammer works. Got it loose. Got that front strut out, so now we'll swap over this to the new air struts. And then we gotta compress the springs and get the top hats off these. But we'll keep moving here. We'll have this thing bagged in no time. Okay, got the driver's side in, got the passenger side in. Definitely learned on the front, or on the first side, I should really just do the first side and then start filming coming the second side. Didn't have to touch the upper ball joint, everything came off in like 5 minutes. I'm gonna run some temporary lines to it and we're gonna fill them up and see what happens. Okay, I just got my lines teed together here to a Schrader valve. So we're gonna give it a little bit of air pressure. See the bag moving there, hopefully you can see it on camera. Not touching anything. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, let's put the wheels on and we'll get it off jack stands. Alright, let's just lower this thing and see how low it goes. The hood. She's going low. Oh my god, it looks cool already. It fucking looks cool. Let's not wreck the hood though. Oh, losing coolant and making a mess. Damn it. Holy shit, we might hit the rad here. That's my rad support. Oh my god, this thing's too low. Fuck, that is a good problem to have. Okay, what I've done so far is I put a 4x4 wood block under there. So that's 3.5 inches. My rad now obviously doesn't hit, which is good. It's about 3.5 inches from the ground, so when that cradle hits, it's basically aired out. It does hit first though, which I gotta trim it still. I left those long to build the bumper brackets off of, but I know that's not gonna be my main problem. My main problem is gonna be turning this thing. And also, as I was going up, the upper control arms are now hitting the hood. So I don't think I'm gonna be able to go this low, realistically ever. Which I think I'm gonna have to put like some type of bump stop in there, which kind of sucks. But I think another option I just kind of thought of is I could put like a strut spacer lift kit on top of there. That might actually solve a lot of problems. That would, yeah, that's not a bad idea. I'm just thinking in my head here. I'm gonna throw the fenders on just to see how cool it looks, but I know they're not gonna fit. Oh boy, this is gonna be an interesting one. I just bagged it all down. I only have like one bolt in the front holding it in. So I know I gotta go at least about 1.5 inches before the control arms hit the fenders. So I need at least 1.5 inches lift just to be able to clear the fenders. I think, oh man, this thing, it's gonna lay hard, which would be fantastic, but there was a lot of discussion about swapping to a 5 lug, running a S10 hub in there, just because Envoys have no wheel options. Even Trailblazer SS is like, it's the bolt patterns only for an Envoy, Trailblazer, Buick Rainer, whatever, and that's it. So there's like 4 wheel options in the entire world. So if I switch to a 5 lug, a lot more wheel options, a lot more wheel offset options, and I get something with a high positive offset wheel. It's been done before, and he doesn't have any problems. I don't think he's gonna lay this hard. I think I set my body a little bit too low. If I'm being honest, I kind of wish I lifted it a bit more. But I mean, we're gonna have to make it work now. I mean, I'm just excited to have air out in the truck. I mean, I know this is causing me way more problems, but she's gonna look cool. I was hoping the air ride would lift the truck high enough, turning wouldn't be a problem, and these things aired even all the way up don't even create that. Yeah, we'll figure it out. I think I'm gonna call it a day today. I'll do the rears sometime this week, if not this weekend. See what kind of problems it create in the rear. Okay, new day. I think I got a plan. I like the idea of doing the strut spacer on the top of the strut. I think it's gonna be the easiest. It's gonna be good. I mean, people run these lift kits all day long, no issues. So no problem. The only thing is that they come from like 1/2 inch all the way up to 3.5 inch. I'm thinking I probably need a 2 inch, but I want to be sure before I order anything. So I got some scrap pieces of metal here. I'm thinking this one's 2 inches. I'm just gonna start throwing scrap pieces between the frame and the strut, giving me that lift. And then my biggest thing I'm trying to correct here is I want to be able to fit the control arm under the fender. Right now my fenders sit essentially on top of the strut tower, and these come up too high. So that is a no-go. You know, I'd have to like notch out the fender to fit the control arm, which is definitely not happening. So that's my biggest thing I need to correct with this. And then I could start worried about the turning radius and that, because I have plans for that. Either way, I'll make that work. So I got that 2 inch spacer in there, and we are clearing the control arms fine. This is with it all the way back down. Haven't tried lifting it yet. Might be a little bit on the sketchy side, but we'll give this a try here in a sec. Right now, bottom of the fender's about 3.5, 4 inches off, and we still have to do the back, so I'll lower that. Overall, looks pretty good. Tires are still rubbing a bit, but like I said, I could take care of that with different offset wheels. And maybe even just rolling the fenders or something like that too. And smaller tires too would help. But let's air it up. Make sure that, I can air it up and see what kind of clearance I have. Let's give this a go. These spacers could fall and this could be bad, but I think that's about maxing her out. Doesn't look too bad. Definitely ain't, still ain't turning with that. Shit. Okay. Solves one problem. Nah, it doesn't solve any problems. Yeah. I might have to radius the fenders and I don't want to do that. So, it looks cool this low. I really wanted it to be like fenders on the ground low, but I don't think that's ever going to happen with this setup. Kind of disappointing. I'm still happy it's on air and I will figure it out. It just takes time. In the meantime, I'm going to do the back, get the back sitting down. It might answer a few things if I need to go up more in the front or anything like that. So let's get tackling the rear, get all this shit out of the box of the rear, and then get those bags in. Hopefully it'll go quick and smooth. And I probably just jinxed myself, but let's get after that and we'll go from there. Okay, we got the coil springs out. I essentially just took the bottom bolt out of the shocks and then jacked the frame up as high as I possibly could. Those are pretty long springs, so I still had to pry them out, but they're out. Essentially just separated the frame and the axle as much as I could. It's so hard to film anything under there. I hate leaning my back. But I got the bags and the brackets ready with a little bit of hose, so we're gonna slam those in and see how low she goes. Yeah, she's pretty low right now. Looks fucking awesome. It's still not even low. I'm actually bottomed out on the jack handle right now. So I'm gonna hook up my T-fitting to my Schrader, put some air back in the system, and pump it up, get the jack out, and then we'll see how low it really goes. Okay, so the back is all the way aired up. It's actually got a decent amount of lift. Pretty happy with that. I shouldn't have any issues there. I'm gonna air it down. The front's already bagged. See how good it looks, or maybe not. One way to find out. Right, the front even could come up a little bit. Huh. Fuck, it looks good. The box is floating right now, so I'm hitting somewhere on something. Oh, I see. Okay, so I'm hitting the upper arm on the bedside. not a big deal. I'm just gonna notch it out. I'm gonna do that quick to see really how low this box is. If it's still come down another inch or so, fuck, she's gonna be low. And that means I might be able to even raise the front up another inch, which would, any more lift in the front is a good thing. If you don't know much about these Envoys, the reason why I was really excited about using them was the rear suspension. It's a coil spring from factory. Actually, I think these are hair from factory, but not the good kind of hair, not these bags. But it's factory 4-link with a panhard bar. So I got my top link running here. That's actually what's hitting my side. Another link underneath it. Jesus, box food. Panhard bar running across that way. So you really don't have to chop the frame or anything. So let's cut some shit. Let's cut these box. The box is hitting. We'll notch that out really quick. And let's get some answers. Okay, it's clearanced. See how low she goes. Damn! That's with the bump stops still in, but they're pretty soft, so I think they just compress. Fuck yeah. Fucking race. The front is like totally deflated me. Like when I did the front, I was at the point that like I just don't care anymore. Maybe I shouldn't even do air ride. Seeing this now, fucking right, I'm doing air ride. God damn, that's low. I'll take a measurement front to back. It's about 3. About 3.5. I think I could get away with maybe even doing a 3-inch lift in the front, maybe 2.5 if they have. Just because I want as much clearance as I can in the front. Fuck yeah, I gotta get a running board on there. Oh, she is gonna be pretty hammered. Fuck yeah, that looks cool. So here we are, aired up. About, I think this is currently 70 psi in the front and 40 in the back. Just got the back so much lighter. This is, I guess, will be my ride height in the front. The back I'll probably notch down a little bit. I'm over these fronts. I'm gonna have to bite the bullet and order the wheels with the high offset that are the 5-lug bolt pattern I was talking about earlier. That should allow me at least 1.5 inches inwards, which I definitely could use. I'm kind of realizing there is a possibility I might have to re-arc these, you know, cut into the fender, re-radius them. Definitely don't want to. I'm going to try to do everything in my means not to touch the fenders, but I mean, I got to make this thing work at one point. Overall, I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, right now, aired up, it looks pretty cool. And maybe we'll do one more drop for you in this video. Let's air it down one more time. Looks good that low. Alright, we got it bagged. I'm super happy with how it came out. It looks good. I was really hoping to, you know, hammer it on the ground, lay running boards, but unfortunately I'm about 3.5 inches off that. And I got bigger issues. My front's not gonna be happy with the track width of the Envoy. Something I knew was gonna be an issue, but I thought it'd be an easier problem to solve. My 86 C10, it's just your basic 86 front end with tubular control arms and the airbag right on that, and I get like 9 inches of lift off that bag. These strut bags, I was hoping to get something similar to that, but I'm getting like 3.5. It's a little disappointing on how much lift they have. Is what it is. It's kind of the way they're designed, and for these Envoys, not many people are big, and there's kind of one kit available, and that's the best you're gonna get. I'm gonna order the high offset wheels, which will be 5 lugs, so I'm gonna have to put an S10 hub into here. The back, I'm gonna have to do custom drilled axles to turn it to a 5 lug. I might try drilling them myself. I'm not too worried about the back. The back will be easy compared to the front. Worst case, Ontario, I could re-radius these, bring them up bigger, the hole bigger. I feel like I could do a pretty nice job of them. I've seen it done before and I'm not a fan of it. I'm gonna try doing everything in my power not to cut up the fenders, but it might be just part of the game here. It's kind of what you get when you build custom trucks. You kind of figure it out as you go. It is what it is. It's been working on this truck for 3 or 4 months now. You know, it was an Envoy before this, and it's definitely not an Envoy now. I'm really pumped with how it's been turning out. Really happy with how the channel's doing as well. Thank you guys. Thanks to all my subscribers. But no, I'm getting good traction, good comments, good feedback. Appreciate it all, guys. Come back for the next episode. I'm honestly not even sure what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna order these wheels, like I said. I hope they show up. They'll probably take a couple weeks. So in the meantime, I'll continue stripping the cab, get all the rust off, and clean it all up back to bare metal. Fix all the other rust repair I gotta do. There's still laundry lists of things to do. Definitely not running out of work anytime soon, so we'll keep moving on the truck, keep coming back. Thanks, guys.